Hey guys, hope you're doing good. I just wanted to do another video. I haven't done one in a couple weeks, so I just wanted to let you know about something that I got for the house here. Some new networking equipment for the wireless part. Basically, the problem that we were having is we had an old Linksys, a 54G2, and it came from our internet provider when we first moved in the house in 2009, and so it was a fine B&G router, but it wasn't powerful enough to be upstairs. And so what we decided to do was is to get a Wi-Fi extender, and I got one that was an N300 NETGEAR Wi-Fi extender, and that didn't. I mean, it worked fine, but I wanted something that would support the faster network, the AC and N networks. And so what I ended up doing, I ended up taking all of that back, taking the other Wi-Fi extender back, and I got an N600 router right here. And so I put that router in. It's a dual band router with the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz frequencies in it. And so it claims it would do up to 600 megabits per second. I don't know how you would possibly get that out of the equipment that I have as far as the network cards and things like that. But at any rate, that's what it says on the box. It says it's do up to 600 megabits per second. And so I put this router in, and the router has a fairly good signal. The 2.4 is better than the 5. For some reason, and it's probably just because of the frequency, the wavelength, and the power output. And so to solve the problem that we still had, which was getting upstairs, I also got a Wi-Fi extender that supported the dual band as well. And in this case, it's an AC750 NETGEAR. One thing that's interesting about the Wi-Fi extender is something that they call Fastlane technology. And what the Fastlane technology does is it combines the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz so that you can basically double the speed that's coming out of the extender. And then out of the extender, it uses either 5 or 2 depending on what it is, and so whatever you want. So if your router doesn't support the 5 gigahertz, you can still use the extender to do a little bit faster network than you could if you just had the 2.4 gig. As far as speeds go, we do see a pretty good increase in the capability. A lot of the YouTube videos show that they can actually run in HD, whereas before they were running in usually less than 720p. And so now most of the YouTube videos we have, they do a lot better, and the advertisements don't creep and crawl. We also don't have it where the YouTube videos buffer as much. The big change that I noticed is on that, because I use YouTube a lot from upstairs, and that going through the extender, the Wi-Fi extender, is a lot better. And I know that there's some other Wi-Fi extenders where, like, one you can plug into the wall and you can have it transmitted through the power lines, but I have ham radio equipment, so I don't want anything to interfere with the power lines, and so that's why I didn't get that kind, and I just got the repeater extender, the wall mount. And on this extender you can see how it mounts flush to the wall, and it only uses one plug, and you can still have a light, that type of thing. On the router, the router stands up like that. Stands up like that with a base on it. If you don't need something that's a gigabit uplink, which most of the internet doesn't use a gigabit uplink, this N600 router is pretty good. The only difference between the N600 and the 750 on the NETGEAR is that the 750 had gigabit ports on the switch. I don't need that because the computers that I have, I use everything wireless. So my focus completely was on the wireless part. It's a good option if you needed a good change in your network. So that's kind of what we did today.